What's going on, guys? I'm getting a little bit of a late start this morning, but I'm gonna load up some 818 and get out there and go fertilize a few lawns and do a bunch of spraying. I know I take y'all along with me a lot and hit the highlights on what I do in a day, but I'm going to try today to just at least give a little summary on each of these properties today, how big they are, how long it takes to spray them, and see what kind of production just that you can get done in a day with the old Permagreen Triumph. So stay tuned and you'll get the brief notes on each property. I don't know how long I'll have to, because I'm kind of in a hurry because I'm getting a late start because of the rain this morning, but I'll try to give you a brief summary of what the Triumph can get done in a day. And me. That I might be the limiting factor in this equation. So stay tuned. Apologize for not being able to take a lot of time to run around and show a lot of things. This is stop number one. It's a pretty large apartment complex. There is right at 5 acres of turf out here. Front and backs of the buildings, as you can see, it kind of undulates around. Undulates. Kind of rolls around on some little hills. Lots of curves. Hills, obstacles, damn, a lot of weeds too. But I'm gonna get going with the Triumph here and knock this out. Several different turf types here, primarily Bermuda, a little centipede, some in between the buildings in this deep shade. In between the buildings there is even a little fescue, so I got to be particular what I spray out here. Pretty large complex. As far as productivity and a productive setup, what I have here probably not the most productive setup. I haul this giant trailer because I do some mowing as well. I'm not gonna do any mowing today, but I carry a 65-gallon just water tank for a nurse tank, and it's just gravity fed, super simple. But with the 65 gallons, if I fill it up all the way to the neck, it's more like 70 gallons, and then I put I'll go ahead and fill the Permagreen up before I take off, and I've got my nearly 70 gallons of water, so I can spray almost 7 acres off of that. If you think about a higher volume spray setup like a skid sprayer, I mean, spraying it 2 gallons per thousand, you need just gobs and gobs and gobs of water, so you're gonna have to haul around all that water and reload that tank. You're just not gonna be very efficient, and it's gonna take a dude pulling a hose forever. I mean, to spray this pulling a hose, no way in hell. I mean, you'd have to move the truck constantly. You have to go back and fill it back up with 700 gallons of water over and over again. But I can definitely get this whole place in with my load of water I'm carrying, and then less time to fill up. I can custom mix tanks for different areas. That's why I carry just water. I mean, if I really wanted to zoom and be super productive, I could carry a tank like this with mix already in it and pull up and just fill up the Permagreen and go, and not mix every single time. But we deal with so many turf types here, and I like to kind of customize my results and cut down on my cost, because if I had a skid sprayer and I mixed up an entire 500, 700 gallon load, whatever it is you carry out on your particular unit, and I just mixed it for everything I might encounter that day, I'd be wasting a lot of money. I mean, there's no need to carry out a full load of nutsedge product along with your 3-way herbicide mixed in your tank, when you can roll with the Permagreen and just mix specific tanks for what you're going after. And I run up with so many different turf types here. That's another issue. But we're not, I mean, I'm not here to talk about what I spray. We're here to talk about how much you can get done in a day. And the weather's not looking like it's going to cooperate that much. It's almost 10 o'clock and I'm just getting rolling, and I got a lot to do today. But I'm not going to babble but so much. But like I said, this place is nearly 5 acres, lots of different turf types. My thing is loaded right now with the change up, so I can roll over anything that's out here with the change up and not hurt that turf. Change up is really good and it gets a lot of things, but I want to, you know, I want to be safe on all these different turfs. But when I go to something that's straight Bermuda or straight Centipede later, I might mix something like Celsius. Well, my game plan is to run Celsius on all of those, but I'm running this out first before I put any Celsius in it, because there's fescue here, a little bit of fescue in between the buildings, and I don't want to blow that up. Enough babble about the weed control, but back to productivity. So I can easily get this place knocked out with what water I'm carrying. I'll have to go back and reload. If I wanted to be more efficient, I have a bigger tank, probably a tank already mixed, things like that. But I want to be able to customize and spray what I'm seeing in the yards instead of just going with a broad, you know, deal on, you know, what I might see. So the Permagreen is great for that, because I can really customize and dial in what I want to spray on certain areas. So I'm gonna get at it and let you know how long this takes. Permagreen says, I think, I don't know, 12 minutes for an acre wide open, but this is, as you can see, just all kinds of hills and bumps and curves and stuff, and I'm gonna be a long way from home base here when I want to reload, so I don't have to factor in that kind of time. So I mean, it's gonna take me a little longer than that to spray these things, because I'm gonna be going around things and obstacles and jumping curves and coming way back to fill up. So, you know, it's still not gonna take that terribly long. But I'm gonna get cracking here and get this knocked out, and I'll report back when I'm done. All right, I'm wrapping this one up. Got the Permagreen loaded back up. Getting ready to go on to the next victim. There's 5 tank loads on the button. It is 11:31. On to the next. I might have to stop and get something to eat on the way. That boy gotta eat. Stay tuned. No, I can't resist this. Taco truck taco. Okay, after a quick stop at the taco truck for lunch, and I went back to the shop and filled back up with water. I'm out here now at this little like duplex community. This is all Centipede. I'm gonna fertilize this, damn bro, with the 818 and spray Celsius on it. It's about 3 acres and it is now like 112. So I'm gonna get cracking. I got this one wiped out. It was 2 acres, not 3. So we're at 5, so we're at 7 acres right now with the 2 properties. Going to another big one. Let's go for a ride. This apartment complex, they got, this one's a little more straightforward. It's big parking lots in the front. I got this strip with the hill that's a little hard to spray, but they just kind of got lawns. But this one is, well, that ain't easy. But well, I lost my train of thought by that and the hill in the back. But straight up Centipede. Gonna get at it. I think we're looking at right on 5 1/4, 5 1/2 acres with this one. And also I got a few of these duplexes over here to handle. There's the maintenance crew here. So get at it. Okay, wrapping up here. This mega apartment complex thing, and I had 3 of the little duplexes over here, right at 5 tank loads again. So we're getting on up there. See if we can squeeze in a few more. We're gonna knock this residential lawn out here, mix of Centipede and Bermuda. It's just shy of an acre. I'm gonna put out, I'm gonna spray it and spray, so that's all you need. But anyway, we're gonna get on the county has put in a water lines. He's got county water now, but they dug his yard up so we can get it to grow in. Anyway, it's time to listen to the grass factor on the radios. almost 4. So we're trucking along here. Got this one knocked out, dropping the bill off. We'll head on, see if I can get a couple more in. It's about 4:20 now. Got plenty of daylight left. All right, this is a subdivision entrance you've probably seen in some other videos. It's about 3/4 of an acre up and down the road on both sides. I've left the breakout ryegrass in this and it's kind of almost gone, but I'm gonna go ahead and hit this thing with some spraying Celsius. I'm gonna stick to that theme today. Some Celsius, some MFT, some 818. If I can get the grass to come back. It's beat the grass to death. I guess that's about all I'm gonna do for today. It's only a little after 5, so I mean I had plenty of time to do some more stuff, but it's Friday, time to go home. So one machine, one slightly competent, maybe, well, slightly competent operator. Right at 14 acres today, spreading and spraying with the Permagreen. So I don't believe anybody really does that with a skid sprayer, but just think about that if you're a lawn care operator and how much that can save you on labor. You know, if you've got guys out pulling hose, a spray truck, just with one, you know, relatively inexpensive for the return you get on it machine, you can be out there murdering it. So, you know, 13 acres, think about that times what you can charge. Well, almost 14 acres. Think about that, what you can charge per acre per day, and you know, it adds up pretty quick. So that's why I love a Permagreen. I mean, I'm not trying to sell you a Permagreen. I'm not necessarily a Permagreen salesman, but I do like to share with y'all what I think is good, and you know, some ideas of what I do. I mean, I'm not stellar businessman. I can't give you a business model or tell you how to price your stuff, because I mean I do what I do. But I can tell you that's a profitable machine right there, even with my limited business knowledge. I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll check you out next time. Thanks.